this is Nancy. I'm going to make some fabulous granola today. Homemade granola is healthy and delicious and extremely versatile. You can put in really whatever you want and so ridiculously easy. I'm starting with 3 cups of oats, regular, not the quick stuff. And then I add a cup each, this is my recipe, you can add what you want, of pepitas, which are pumpkin seeds. And they are not toasted, but they're going to toast in the oven, so you don't really need to worry about it. Also, shredded coconut. You can do sweetened or unsweetened. I find it difficult to find unsweetened a lot of times, and there's not that much sugar in it. And a cup, and this is a cup each. A cup of pepitas, a cup of nuts, a cup of coconut. And you can mix this together. And then you want sweetener, obviously. I add, you can tell how serious measuring is around here. I add a couple tablespoons of brown sugar, mostly because my husband loves it. And a hefty pinch of salt. I know that sounds weird, and you can skip it if you have issues with salt for your diet, but salt makes everything, brings out all of the flavors. So we have this all mixed in. Sometimes I put in wheat germ because I'm not gluten intolerant. You can do that. You can skip any of these ingredients except for the oats. You can add whatever kinds of nuts you want. I am using walnuts and slivered almonds right now. Whatever sounds good to you, you can add. Some people add sesame seeds. You can add pumpkin seeds, without the shell, of course. I will add fruit. I like dried fruit in, but you don't want to put that in before the granola is toasted because dried fruit, even unsweetened, has a lot of sugar and it might burn. So now what we need, see, this is the dry ingredients are already mixed. Do they have to be perfect? Nah, they don't. Sometimes it's nice to get a little bite of something. So now, this sounds like a weird combo, but you need something to bind it all together. I like olive oil. You could use canola. Some people use melted coconut oil. That will work too if you're a coconut oil fan. I happen not to be, but if that's a taste you like or you're happy using that, go right ahead. So you want about a 1/4 cup. As I said, none of these measurements are exact. I think my first recipe I ever used for this used about twice as much oil, and I didn't think that was really necessary. And then we are lucky enough to have good friends who make their own maple syrup. That's what I'm using for the liquid sweetener. And I'm using a little more than a 1/4 cup for that. You can use honey. You can use honey. You can use agave. You can, whatever sounds good to you. But whatever you use a good quality because there aren't that many ingredients in this and that will taste good. Now this is fun. What you want to do, you could just pour it on here. Mix is better if you do this. When you whisk this, it emulsifies, meaning the oil and the liquid bind together. So it's kind of sticky and almost jam-like. You saw how long that took. And then you just pour that in and mix it. You could get in there with your hands, but it's sticky. So I find my spoon from Lucky Tree works really well for mixing. A wooden spoon works fine too. So ingredients are flexible. They're all healthy. You can, as I said, you could use, you do need fat, so you need some kind of oil. You mix this up until it's really pretty well mixed. Your oven should be warming up to 325, and you're going to bake it for 20 minutes, and then take it out, give it a quick stir, and then if you want, like my husband likes chunks instead of just looser stuff, if you want that, after you give it a quick stir to mix, it'll brown faster around the edges, so that's why you're giving it a stir. Then pat it down a little, and you'll get more chunks that way. And then you bake it for another 10 to 15 minutes until it smells fantastic and it's toasted, and it'll keep for weeks in your, just on your counter in a tightly sealed container. It's As I said, it's so much healthier than the store-bought granola, but it tastes, I think, even better. And you can always add more brown sugar. You can play around with what you've got. So you spread it out on my extremely well-used cookie sheet. And spread it out pretty thinly, or evenly, I should say. And bake this for 20 minutes. Give it a stir. Bake it for 10 to 15 minutes more. You'll smell it. It smells fantastic. And then once it's done and completely cool, then you can add dried fruit if you want. I'm on a dried blueberry kick myself. My husband loves dried cherries. We use cranberries, whatever you want. You can cut up. I've done dates. I've done figs. Whatever dried fruit works for you. Or don't put any in. It's healthier, obviously, if you do, and I find it very tasty. So that's how you make it.